to make my salary and not have to show up here today. But anyway, okay, so Teresa and Louis weren't there. It was being filmed. Now, the first person, so people are arriving. Now, the first thing that happens, and again, I'm not coming for anyone, Messy G comes running down the stairs, and she's not pleasant. She's like, oh my God, what are people doing here? Why is the film crew here? I am not being filmed like this, screaming. I'm not dressed. This person did not have anything good to say about Melissa. Okay, not me saying it. That's what they're saying. I have no teams here, guys. So apparently Melissa, when the cameras are not rolling, to use this woman's words, was a total bitch. Totally nasty, was like, I need to be filmed. Let me go get ready. Now, meanwhile, the little guy, Mr. Josephina, is barking orders at everyone as if he is Andy Cohen, like this and that, and I want you over here. Also not very pleasant. Now, this person happened to notice, because, you know, I don't know if there was an actual tour of the house. They said this. They said that the house looks nice to me. It's actually not my style. I'm kind of like a little bit of the, you know, like I don't really necessarily want a lot of stuff in the house, you know, so I actually am okay with the style of their house. I like Teresa's house too. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, let me just tell you, they said that the house is not as big or as grand as it appears in the pictures that Messy G has been posting 24/7. The house looks pretty damn big to me. It's in Franklin Lakes, which is, you know, it's right down the street from Kathy and Richie, so that's like a good place. But they said it's not as big as you would think. So that's just what they said. Now, here's something, guys. Everyone that's watching on YouTube, go to YouTube, Behind the Velvet Rope. There's little clips that you'll never get the full thing there. But here's the deal. This is, so everyone who's watching on YouTube can see the smile on my face from ear to ear. They said, in the kitchen on like the island, there was 3 pictures. There was a picture of Melissa, Joe, and the kids. And then there were 2 other pictures of Melissa, Joe, and the kids. A family picture. Now, that's not strange. You have 3 pictures of your family in the kitchen. Isn't that the home, the heart of the home? Isn't that what they say for all you people that cook? I don't cook. I don't got a family. I don't got nobody. I have my different homes, and I have myself, and God only knows what I have. But again, it's not about me. Now, that's not the strange part. They said, I guess you got a house tour or you got to just wander. Well, they said throughout the entire house, other than these 3 pictures of the family and Melissa, there were pictures everywhere of Messy G. Not Joe, not Antonia, not Gino, not the 3 kids, not the parents, not the sisters, not Donna Marco, Messy G. There was displays of magazine covers that Messy G was on. There, I mean, and these things were, from what I'm told, like framed. I don't know if they were framed on the wall, framed pictures. Everywhere you look, it was a shrine to Messy G. Which, listen, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm calling you Messy G. It's kind of like a term of endearment, girl. I'm being nice to you today. I'm just relaying the facts that this person told me. So there was her book. There was, like, I don't know if it was a picture of her on the CD cover on display. I mean, Messy G was on display, no pun intended. So everywhere else in the house, there were pictures of magazine covers of her. Just like, this house is a shrine to Melissa. It is her world, and we all live in it. I find that so funny and so interesting. So she's a total bitch, whatever. To the people saying, you know, blah, 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 don't film me like this. Then, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because of production and the lights and everything, because it wasn't raining the night of this housewarming, the power goes out. I mean, that makes sense. If you've ever been to a filming of Housewives or anything Bravo, you know, there's a lot of lights and overhead lights and cameras. So the power goes out. I mean, of course, this is Joey G, the little guy, Josephina, you know, they have a backup generator. The power comes up. Life is good. I mean, I would hope with everything you're showing off in the house, you actually have a generator. But then life is good, and but the power goes out. So when the power goes out, Mr. Josephina is not happy at all with anyone. Okay. So there were some words put out there, but the power came back on. It's really nobody's fault, Josephina. Now let's move on. The first to arrive, because Teresa and Louis are out there, the first in the evening to arrive are the ones, the only, Rachel and John Fuda. They arrive. Now, apparently, Rachel just eases into it. John Fuda goes right up to Joe and just starts talking. Now, starts like, I'm getting a sense of, you know how I always make fun of Joe Gorga for being more of the housewife than Melissa? I'm starting to get a sense that this John Fuda is like Josephina Gorga part 2. Drama, she's a drama girl, goes right up to Joe Gorga and starts talking like, listen, now apparently Rachel and Joe met Rachel and John met Teresa and Louis earlier in the day or the day before or something, just to like, they're not getting along this season. And we're going to get into these alliance shifts because I got a lot to say about that. These are not always as we seem, but they apparently met with Teresa, and Teresa, or Teresia, as I like to call her, gave John and Rachel, but apparently John took over, gave them a bottle of blue. And I'm like, well, what is that? Because the source had to be vetted. Come on, girl, we need details, or guy. And I say girl, generically, because I'm like queening out at the moment. So come on, girl, tell us. So it's Johnny Walker Blue. So apparently Nona, Joe and Teresa's daddy, that was his favorite drink. So Johnny Walker Blue. So Teresa gave a huge bottle of Johnny Walker Blue to the Fudas to bring to the housewarming for the housewarming for Joe. So Fuda goes over, and now he's telling Joey that, your sister gave me this bottle. I didn't bring it. I refused the bottle. I don't think this is appropriate. Joe apparently said, you're right. That's the right thing to do. Refuse the bottle. If she wants to give it to me, she could have come and given it to me herself. Was she invited? That's a good question. I don't know. Guys, we had a limited phone call. I didn't ask, but you get the hint. So basically refuses it. Food does that. Doesn't bring it. Joey's happy. Now, when Fuda is talking to Joe about the bottle and everything, production, they take out the black marker, they take out the black Sharpie, and they write on the big board, stay on Teresa, stay on bottle. And they hold it up for everybody to see, because that's how it works, guys. Reality TV, it ain't always real, or it ain't always really real. But they hold it up, they give Fuda and they give Gorga the sign, stay on Teresa. So that's their sign. Wow, we're talking about